Hi, it's Tisha Paul. I'm in New York, USA. I'm a former Wall Street attorney. I'm a mom of 9-year-old twins. I'm 47. Created a hedge fund. And I got to tell you what's going on in the United States. We got to teach people about money. There's a lot of debt. People need to save for retirement. This is the channel for you. Money, that's what we're about. Business. And I am here to tell you that you can save even in this inflation. This is something that I've been doing for 13 years now, 18 years, helping people save their homes during inflation time. I helped a lot of people restructure their debt, and I can help you restructure your life. So you've got to keep your debt down, okay? You've got to keep your debt down. There is no other way for you to survive this inflation unless you keep the debt down, okay? So debt has to stay down. All right, I know inflation is up, so things are costing more, and you are not being paid anymore. That's everybody. So what are you going to do? You have to cut your debt. You have to get a second job or start a business, okay? That's how we all are going to get away from this inflation. We are going to cut debt, and we're going to start a business, or we're going to get a second job. 2 billion people per day are on the internet because of COVID-19. People have not looked back. There's a lot of people roaming the internet daily. What are they doing? They're buying stuff. They are investing. They're doing a lot of stuff. You are going to use, and you're going to become familiar with artificial intelligence. Why are you becoming familiar with artificial intelligence? Because if you want to do any business on the internet, any business you want to do on the internet requires you to probably learn artificial intelligence. I'm 47 years old, and I have to use Zillow to buy real estate. Zillow is like a computer generated thing where it shows you. Zillow is a really good page, but a lot of investors, a lot of Wall Street boys use Zillow to help predict real estate. Artificial intelligence. Zillow shows you maps, okay? It shows you diagram. You need to learn algorithm SEO. You need to learn money. So these are the things you need to learn. Technology, money, have a good grasp on money, and business. You need to learn how to scale a business. All right. So I'm a financial advisor and an entrepreneur. I'm going to tell you how to scale a business. Right now, we need to talk about retirement. Make sure you start putting money away. Social Security is just one stream of income, and you have to pay into it. If you're self-employed, pay into Social Security. It is not the time to scale back. It's the time to pay in, because I'm telling you, after 20 credits, you can get Social Security under certain situations. So pay in, people, pay in. All right, you're self-employed, pay your Social Security, okay? Just pay in. Have another stream of income. Start children young with IRAs, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, JP Morgan. Start savings. I'm going to put some stuff up right now on our chart. I'll be back shortly to talk more about money. I'm Tisha Powell. America has become a very tough place to live. How do I know this? I lived in Jamaica, then I moved to America. And we left Jamaica because of the hardship. And now I'm in America, and I can tell you, there's a hardship. Property values are skyrocket in America. What do you need to do? You need to start budgeting. You need to start tuning into shows like this. Subscribe. We'll cover savings, investing, budgeting, cash flow, assets, Leverage, what is it? Inflation, cut debt, credit, business, retire, passive income, active income. We can no longer rely upon the United States government to give us a handout. You now need to get up and work. It's time for you to learn money, learn digital asset, learn cash flow, learn online marketing. I'm Tisha Paul from a Wall Street attorney. Let's dig in, shall we? So, what do you need to know? You need to know we're in an inflation. What's an inflation? It's when the money we have is not a lot, okay? There was a time when we could pay $1 for gas. Those days are over. Now I'm in New York to drive for 90 minutes, 2 hours a day, back and forth, 3 days a week, $600 worth of gas, okay? $600 US dollars a month. This is not happening. This is unsustainable, okay? Gas price, car price, insurance. This is like a third world life. So what you need to do, you need to start saving, okay? Cut back debt, form a budget, okay? Budget. You bring in 1,000, you don't spend more than 1,000, okay? Pay yourself first, not last. As you could see, tax come out first out of our account. Why is that? Because IRS knows that we'll live on the difference. So you need to start paying yourself first before you pay anybody else. You do 1,000, you pay yourself 100. All right? The rule of thumb is 10%. You can't do 10, you do 5. But you have to do something. Put away for your children now. Yes. You can open. I was surprised. I talked to a mom this week. She did not have an IRA for a child. I have 9-year-old twins. You can open now. Open the minute they are born. You open an IRA or a college fund. But you put money aside. Today, America is not the way it used to be. Now it's time to save. Before we could spend. Those days have long gone. All right? Now you're going to live the way the other world lived, which is savings first. You save first before you pay any bills. Okay? That's how the rest of the world has to live. You save first. You put money aside in a 401 for yourself. Even if your job don't have one for you, you put one away for yourself. Okay? You do a 401 or IRA for yourself, and you do an IRA for everybody who is living and breathing in your home. Yes, the minute the baby born, start an IRA. The minute a baby is born in this United States, a parent must start an IRA immediately. That is the new norm now. Everybody in America needs to have an IRA or a 401, something. You've got to have something in the market because this is a different time. The US dollar is very weak. The US dollar is so weak that everybody in America has to start saving. Even children, parents have to start saving money for children. Children are going to have to start working at 13 in America to catch up. I started at 18. When I lived in Jamaica, I started at 12. That's the game we're in now. The inflation is so bad that what I did in Jamaica is happening in America. Kids have to work at 13. That's how you hedge yourself. They don't need to work full time. Give them one Saturday per month. But they have to bring in some form of income. This generation, Generation Z, is the most entrepreneurial with the internet, with web pages now. You can start a business. There are 2 billion people per day on the internet. Traffic is there. It is your time to shine. Yes, everybody looking at the real estate market, look at other markets, look at savings, look at investing. Do not look to the government for money. You're only going to get Social Security if you're around for 65. There's a lot of people that need to lose weight. Yes, exercising is very important. Now we're in an inflation. Exercise. Go for a run. Go for a run. Walk. We need health is wealth. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. If you don't have health, you don't have wealth. So that is my take on it. Be healthy. The food is expensive. Reduce cost. Reduce how much you eat. Discipline yourself. Reduce how much you eat and have a budget. Anybody who don't have a fixed budget cannot last. We are not the federal government where they have imaginary budget. This is reality. You and I have to live in a budget. All right? Whatever you're bringing in cannot be more than what you're making. All right? So let's say whatever you're bringing in, you cannot spend more. So if you're bringing in 100 a month, don't spend more than that 100. You will put yourself in debt. You can avoid poverty. You can avoid debt. All right? You can avoid it like a plague. Okay? It's a disease. Debt is a disease. All right? Aging is a disease. Debt is a disease. Okay? Poverty is a disease. Treat them accordingly. Get the cure. Subscribe to our webpage so you can learn more. I'm a former Wall Street attorney. I'm in New York, USA. Debt is a disease. Treat it that way. Okay? I tell people energy flows. Okay? Listen and learn. You can learn from me. I'm a former adjunct business law professor. You can learn from me. Debt is a disease. The same way aging is a disease. Debt is a disease. Cut it out. Reduce it. This country in America, I'm telling you, it's so easy to overspend. It's so extreme here. The politics, the beauty, the intelligence, everything, the poverty, the wealth, everything in America is so extreme. So you got to be careful because there's extreme debt here and there's extreme wealth. So these are the things I say you need to do. You need to save. You need a budget. Cash flow. What's cash flow? Everything that comes in monthly. All right. Asset. What is asset? Things that can make you get rich. You want to acquire assets while you're alive. Okay. You want to acquire assets. You've got digital assets now. We'll talk more about it. Leverage when you owe way too much. You do not want to be leveraged. Leverage is a bad thing. You will owe too much. Inflation, that's what we're feeling today when the money is not stretching. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. That's inflation. Credit, that is when you borrow money from the bank based upon your history. In the United States, you need credit to survive. Without credit, you don't have a shot at getting rich in America. There are 4,800 banks and they all look at credit. Make sure your credit is up to place. A lot of people don't like living on credit. You're not living on credit. You're using credit to gain asset. That's what you're doing. You're using credit to gain asset. I tell everybody, do not take on student loans for undergrad degree. That is dumb. Work your way through it. I work 2 jobs to go to school. You can do it too. 2 jobs and you can go to school at night. Go for the undergrad without any credit. No student loans because the undergrad is no longer worth the student loans. So that's the problem we're having. People taking on student loan for undergrad. Bad move. Work for the school, work for Starbucks, work for a corporation that will pay your college. It is no longer useful to go to school and have any undergrad degree with loans. I didn't do it, and it's a foolish way. You will never get ahead. You will get student loans for graduate degree. That's the only exception I said. Take on student loans for graduate degree. For undergrad degree, foolish. Work a job. Work full time. There's nothing wrong in working with Starbucks for 4 years. I was a telemarketer for AT&T. You can work and go to school. All right? I wasn't a lawyer overnight. I was a telemarketer before I became a lawyer. I had to work my way through school. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm 47 years old. I'm telling you how it goes. You work your way through undergrad school. You work a full-time job and you go to school at night. Not everybody come from money. When I came here, I had 1 suitcase. So it's doable. It's doable. All right? So tell the young people, do not take any student loans for undergrad. Do not take it. Go and work a full-time job and go to school at night. Only take on the the debt for assets, like a graduate degree is asset, real estate is asset, owning a business. And also make sure you are not leveraged. Only you know how much you can borrow. Even if the lender say you're qualified for 400, accept 300. Never take the full amount that you borrowed. Never borrow the full amount. Whatever the lender approve you, borrow less. Okay? Even when it come on to a home. People stretch too much for a home. You do not want to do that. All right? Yes, it pays off because it is an asset, and Americans love to over leverage to buy homes and go to work and school and everything. But sometimes the market works against you. And if the market works against you, you are going to have a lot of debt. So you don't want to do that, young person. Why? What if the bank pre-approve you for 400,000 for a home? Only borrow 350. Don't take the full amount. Just don't do it. You want to have less debt. You want to use credit responsibly. You do not want to be overextended. It is so easy to be overextended, especially in the United States. So avoid being overextended in debt. My producer said we're out of time. We'll cover the rest another time. Go ahead and subscribe. We'll cover credit, business, retirement, passive income, active income, and we'll talk about cutting debt. I'm Tisha Powell. See you real soon. Take care.